Morning guys, Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, and Simba, who goes home tomorrow. And Simba is a special case. Let me go ahead and, I don't know if you can still see him over here. Come on, yep, over. Push it, push it. Good boy, push it, good boy. All right, so, I don't know if a lot of you guys can remember a dog that I had, if you've been following me for any length of time, by the name of Arrow. And Arrow was a Dutch Shepherd that I traveled all the way down to the Bay Area to go get. He was a rank dominant male. All that and then some. He was dangerous, they were gonna put him down. I went down and checked out the girl, and the girl had him doing so many things. He was amazing. All these little tricks and things that he did were just amazing, and she would put all that time into running off the energy, expending all this time, but he still grew into a beast. Why does that happen? Genetics, right? This dog, for whatever reason, I wouldn't doubt the person that's breeding this dog, went out and found my bloodlines in Arrow and studied it all and tried to put together and wanted the same thing. I've said it before, be careful what you ask for, okay? These dogs to this caliber and this breeding are dangerous, okay? The reason for that is right now, he's not dangerous, he's a puppy, okay? But I see so many of the little traits and attributes that manifested into that beast that I had with Arrow. Couché, no, good, that's my boy, good. In a nutshell, and it boils down to what I've sensed in him that I know he's gonna manifest, he's gonna turn into Arrow, okay? And the reason for that is because of genetics, a genetic stamp, right? Very strong-willed, very high drive. All he wants to do is bite and go, right? Go juice. And then when he wants something, you always have a struggle to get him to stop it. So, like in the mornings when I go to put a collar on him, or I go into he will right away know that I'm going to kind of manhandle him, and he'll put his body up in a way that he's just going to approach it. And now, keep in mind that I'm having to struggle to get him under control. Can I use food, other things? Yes, to a certain extent. But this dog, again, he wants what he wants. His brain is on a mission, okay? And that means that it's always going to be there. And as he gets older and older, as I'm dealing with it now, trying to get him to stop going after sticks and start having so much possession, he is manifesting it, and you can see it is genetics. And that's the one thing that everybody said to me when I got Arrow. You know, a few of the people said, oh, he'll nail you when you least expect it. And these were knowledgeable dog people that came back and gave me an opinion, and then they shut their mouth, they went away, they didn't say anything. The reason being is they know this sort of thing, and they know that this type of genetic stamp is dangerous, right? Arrow nailed me 4 or 5 times, and always came at me when he would glaze over. He would get to a point where he would glaze over mentally, and he would say he wanted what he wanted. And then he would glaze over and he would go after that, and you couldn't win, right? It ends up being that that dog was very dangerous, and I can see this dog turning into the same monster, okay? Are you gonna be able to overcome it? Oh, good boy, good, yeah, good boy, good. What is that? What is that? Good boy, good, yeah. Good boy, good, yeah. Good boy, good. You watch that guy? What's he doing? What's he doing? Yeah. Good boy, good, yeah. Good. What's up? Good boy, what's up? Good boy, good. What is that, huh? What is that? Somebody's at the gate coming through, so he's getting suspicious and barking, which is natural. Yes, no, good. So his whole drive is all about toys, right? All about drive, bite, boom, go, 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 go juice. There's a certain amount that you're gonna be able to suppress and kind of stop him from doing it, but struggle begets struggle. So pretty soon, before you know it, you're coming at things face on and trying to struggle the dog through these behaviors. And he's right away angstful, and he'll comply because he doesn't have a choice. He's a young dog. He gets older, and this dog manifests into his hormones. He's going to say, fuck you one of these times, and he's going to eat you. And once he does that once, and he understands that that's the answer, and that's how he can win, you're screwed, okay? This is not a pet. This dog especially that I've been talking about is over the top for most Malinois that I've seen. I've dealt with it with Arrow when he was a mature adult and I was dealing with an aggression dog. And back then, I thought that as a trainer, I can shape, mold, form, I can train any dog, right? Because I know I'm pretty good at what I do. But at the same time, I've learned so much. I've learned how much of a factor genetics plays, okay? And genetics cannot be trumped, okay? It is what it is, and you have to either get around it or go some floor. In the old days when we had behavior, let's say a terrier or a ratter, that would go in and dig, and you had a problem with a dog digging your flower bed up all the time and creating havoc. In the old days, we tried to suppress behavior. You hear stories about them trying to drown the dog in the hole and all kinds of things. We always went after things in a suppression type of way, a dominant suppression type of a way. With a dog like this, if you do that, you're not going to solve your problem. You're only going to increase it. And because you're going struggle begets struggle, and pretty soon the dog's going to nail you, right? So you've got to try to be smarter than the dog and go around it. So how would you deal with that? Nowadays, a smarter option is, instead of trying to squash behaviors that are inherently ingrained in the animal, okay, give the dog something that he can outlet those behaviors and let the dog go towards those things, and then balance it on the backside in such a way that you get the control that you want and you're not facing this struggle, right? And that's the key, right? So with him, this morning is a good example. He got out of the thing and we were out doing our walk, and I've been keeping him on a long line so he can't manifest and grow these behaviors by rehearsing them that are negative. What is that? He goes after that stick, he grabs a stick, he starts running around the backyard like a maniac, and he wants to kind of avoid you. Possession, right? That's a genetic stamp in this dog, very highly possessive. Okay, and a lot of go juice, like I said. So he was running around, he's winding himself up, he's keeping away from me, he's not going to come back to me. He's got 3 sticks in his mouth by this time. I've got a good behavior loop started with him towards this negative behavior. But it's always a struggle, it's always going to be there, and we need to keep balancing it as he gets older. So at this point, I'm trying my best to talk the owner into trading Simba with a trainer, and a trainer will be better served with this dog because he'll be able to stay on top of it. But even the trainer that I'm going to give him to, if he does accept the trade, is going to end up being somebody that's going to have to really work at it, and he probably might not like dealing with all this that this dog gives him. He wants a tough dog, so I've got another dog that's a Dutch Shepherd that's perfect for this guy's family and his wife. And I've already got a lot of training into this other dog, and I won't mention who it is, but bottom line is that dog would be a lot better served, and the owner would be a lot better served by having this other dog that's got a lot more training on him and has a different temperament base because it's different breeding. I won't go into any of that at this point either, but bottom line is he's a lot better served. So, and then this other person that's a trainer, that dog that I'm talking about, he's paid me a lot of money to do a lot of training for it. No, you understand me? Good. That's good. You don't put your teeth on me, I'll beat you. I'll beat you. Good boy. Good. So in a nutshell, what I'm trying to get across to you guys is genetics matter, right? And that this is not a pet, right? This is a dog that is not going to do well in most families. He's only going to be a problem, and he's going to wind up, and then you either waste the dog because you don't put him to work doing what he's really got the genetic stamp for, so you waste him, or you ruin him because you're trying to squash this behavior that he's manifesting to you. Look at him right now. This is nothing but struggle, nothing but pause and everything else this is what he wants, right? He's in control of me right now, right? So that's what this is all about. Good. Now we can't keep hitting it struggle face on because he matures into himself. He's going to turn around and nail your butt, all right? I consider him a dog that could be a very dangerous dog if he's not put to work in the things that he needs to be put in to work. This dog is all that and then some, right? So keep it in mind. I thank you much. Simba, you have been a lot of fun. We're not done yet, buddy. We got a lot more work to go. Wherever you end up, either with that, yet, no. Good. You be easy. You be easy. I know, I love you. I love you. You're a pain in the ass. I love you. All right, let's go. Good boy. All right, Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, with a little fireside chat in regards to genetics matter, right? Couché. Good. And most people talk about Malinois being an over-the-top dog for 99% of the society, and that most people shouldn't even have one. Keep in mind, this dog is ×2 on that, okay? This dog is no joke. And he's only, what, probably close to a little bit over a year? Good, good. There you go, good. So what I've been trying to do is keep his head into food and make sure I have different blocks. We'll talk about it with the owner. All right, Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, and Simba signing off.